The holidays are an inspiring time, a chance to reach out to help others and to look inward to become a better person. Now more than ever, as the twilight of the old year ends and the new year on the horizon. And it's around this time, more so, that these inspiring messages constantly bombard us. Now personally, I'm a sucker for a good inspirational story. It's a powerful genre. Hell, The Last Lecture is one of my favorite books, and I dare any of you to tell me you weren't moved by it. But, because it's such a powerful genre, it can be extremely manipulative. Enough so that for some people, inspirational stories are met with skepticism of some charlatan pocketing money from gullible people who need genuine help. This week, we are looking at a story written by easily one of the biggest names in inspiration, Richard Paul Evans. Who is Richard Paul Evans? Well, according to his website, he's written more than 25 consecutive New York Times bestsellers, has more than 17 million copies of his books in print, and won a lot of awards. Your mom loves this guy. I should know, because my mom adores him. Though, honestly, he's never been on my radar as much. I'll admit, contemporary inspirational fiction isn't my forte. But that's never stopped me from trying something different, and this guy loves to set his stories around Christmas. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all ages, my name is David Popovich, aka the Bookworm, and welcome to Bookworm Reviews. Sit back and relax as we look at the story that made Richard famous, The Christmas Box, by Richard Paul Evans. So, fun fact, Richard Paul Evans, is it okay for me to call him RPE for short? RPE never intended The Christmas Box to be published. He wrote it primarily for his two young girls as a way to express how much he loves them, cause parental love is boundless. But when the book was well received by his family and friends, he started to sell it locally, which was a success, because he was also working as an advertising executive at the time. Then it got the attention of several publishers, got a huge paycheck for the publishing rights, and it became the first book to simultaneously reach #1 for both paperback and hardcover. So, what made this story such a huge hit? Well, it follows Richard, his wife Carrie, and 4-year-old daughter Jenna. And I'm just realizing now that these are all self-inserts of the author and his family. Anyway, they are looking to move out of their cramped space apartment. Their hopes seem to be answered by an ad in the newspaper. Elderly lady with large avenues home seeks live-in couple for meal preparations, light housekeeping, and yard care. Private quarters, holidays off, children, infants welcome. 445-3989, Miss Parkin. That sounds too good to be true. What's the catch? Is she an axe-wielding serial killer? The doorway to the attic is at the end of the upstairs hall. Your things will be very convenient. Yep, totally an axe-wielding serial killer. I'm joking, there is no axe-wielding serial killer. The owner of the house, Mary, is mainly just looking for some people to have around for the upcoming holidays. Just do some simple chores, but other than that, everything seems perfect, so they move in. As they move in, Richard comes across a peculiar item up in the attic. A bloody axe? I'm sorry, I'll stop. Scott's honor. No, what he actually finds is, it was an ornate wooden box of blurred walnuts, intricately carved and highly polished. It was about 10 inches wide, 14 inches long, and a half-foot deep. It had 2 large brass hinges, crafted in the form of holly leaves. 2 leather straps ran horizontally across the lid and buckled securely into silver clasps on each side. The lid had a skilled and detailed etching of the nativity. A Christmas box!
He said it!
Upon finding the box, Richard is confronted with a strange question by Mary. Have you ever wondered what the first Christmas gift was? And begins to wonder what is Mary's story. Do you ever get the feeling that she is hiding something? Something tragic? Terribly tragic? Along with some mysterious dreams about stone angels, leading to Richard's epiphany about the true meaning of Christmas. And that's The Christmas Box, and it's pretty decent, if a little bit breezy. The book itself is actually really short, like all I said in the summary was about half, if not 3/4 of the book. It's a short story, or a novella if we're getting technical. You could read through this baby in like an hour, 2 tops. which means the first few chapters in the book feel kind of aimless. It's to help set up for the events and message to come, but you don't really get a sense of where the story is going till this little paragraph about Richard. In modern business vernacular, there is a popular term, opportunity costs. The term is based on the assumption that since all resources, mainly time and money, are limited, the successful businessman weighs all ventures based on what opportunities are to be lost in the transaction. Perhaps if I had seen my daughter's longing eyes staring back at me from the gold-plated scales, I would have rethought my priorities. Only then do things begin to pick up, and I can't really say much without spoiling the entire book. It is that light. Honestly, I could sum up the whole thing in one sentence. It's a simple story, which isn't bad. I love good simple stories. But I felt like they could have been more explored. It feels like the story only hits the surface level of what it could be. Not on the message, that's the whole reason the book was written, but in terms of everything else. There isn't that much in the form of drama, the characters are fairly flat, and the only thing that's pulling us along is the mystery of the Christmas box. It is kind of a lot of nothing. Just light scenes with moments sprinkled here and there to keep your attention. Like at the second chapter, Richard goes off to explain the importance of the box in our culture. It is not my intent to launch upon a lengthy or sanctimonious dissertation on the social significance, those are some big words, and impact of the lowly box, well deserved as it may be. And then he talks about everything you can think about for boxes. Oak boxes, sterling boxes, to the delight of the women, hat boxes and shoe boxes.
Boil it, broil it, bake it, saute it.
Then there are times you feel Richard's being more oblivious to certain situations than he should. Cause, message! I need a suit for a small boy, he said softly. He's 5 years old. Very good, I said. Is there anyone else in the party that would need a suit? He shook his head no. Is he to be a ring bearer? No, he won't be. Dude, take a hint. What day would you like to reserve the suit for? We'd like to purchase the suit, he said solemnly. That may not be in your best interest. Dude, take a hint. These young boys grow so fast, he may grow out of it in less than a year. Dude, take a hint! We'll be burying him in it, he said softly.
Stupid! You're so stupid!
But with all that, I still like it. I'm not the intended audience. That is clear. This book is intended for parents. You'll get it most when you're a parent. Remember, the story was written as a way for Richard to express his love for his daughters, and it is that love that sticks out. While a lot of the story is light, the message is anything but. It hits you right in the heart, more so if you're a parent, and why a lot of people attach to it, because it's a simple but powerful message. And I have to admit, I do like this beginning paragraph that almost sounds like a way to dissuade critics who might dislike the book. Maybe I am just growing weary of a skeptical age that pokes and prods at my story, much the same as a middle school biology student pokes and prods through an anesthesia frog to determine what makes it live, leaving the poor creature dead in the end. Now I feel like a dick. I'm willing to let the lightness of the writing slide since it was his first story that was self-published for his family, and he's written other books that expand upon the story. But it's still a sweet little inspirational story as it is, and there is nothing wrong with that. In fact, the stone angel featured in the book has become a popular symbol to help people. What for, you'll have to read the book. If you're looking for something a little inspirational, I say give it a read at least. Like I said, decent. What about you, internets? What's your opinion about the Christmas box? Next week, we will conclude the holiday season with the final bookworm review of the year, with the most famous Christmas tale of them all. Till next time, have a nice day.